have kind of shined so far this season. And I want you to tell me if they're going to continue to shine or if it's just kind of a fool's gold type of situation here. The very first player that I have coming up here is Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is averaging 22.2 points per game, fantasy football-wise. Fact or fiction, he is a diamond this season or a rough?
Fiction all the way. He was averaging 31.2 points a game prior to this last week, and his average took a 9-point dip. You saw what happened now when he goes up against a very solid defense. He got lit up. And again, I've always been on the Carson Wentz is overrated train from the get-go. I know that me, you, and BC have had many heated debates about Carson Wentz on the show. So, I am going to say absolutely he is fiction. Do I wish he was fact? Yes, because they have really good receivers. They have, Scary Terry. They've got Curtis Samuel. They've got Logan Thomas at tight end. They've got, De'Ami Brown, I think, that they drafted last year out of Baylor. And then they have Jahan Dotson too. Like, they go 3 or 4 legit deep at receiver in Washington, but I just don't. Carson Wentz is not going to be that quarterback. He had one good year where he should have won the MVP that year if he not gotten hurt. But obviously at the end of the day, it was Nick Foles that took them to the Super Bowl. It was not Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz has not been the same quarterback since then. I'm going to go fiction on him all day long. Is he good for maybe spot starts in fantasy football? Yeah. If he's playing a really terrible defense, he's going to carve him up. But am I going to put him up against some of the top 5 or top 10 defenses in the league? No, not at all.
Yeah, and this year in this week, they are playing a top defense in the Dallas Cowboys. So definitely get rid of him 100%.